Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. We've got some news that we need to get into. In the last hour or so, we found out that Artie Burns left training camp practice number 2, at least padded practice number 2, with a left knee injury. Matt Nagy talks about the injury after practice, saying that, look, we need more information for a diagnosis. We're not going to, jump the gun and say how serious it is right now. But not great news if you are a Chicago Bears fan, because Artie Burns had been getting reps with the number 1 team defense the first day of practice. Not sure how many of those he got today, but he was firmly in the competition for that cornerback number 2 role opposite of Kyle Fuller. So Artie Burns goes down with the knee injury today. This will be something to monitor and something that we're going to continue to keep you updated on here on Chicago Bears Now. So answer this question for me before we jump on into more of this. What is your concern level of Burns' injury? Scale it from 1 to 10. 1 being, it's fake news, there's no injury at all. 10 being, this is the best player on your team and he's out for the season. Probably a 5 or 6, right? Like, that's where I would put it. We need more information, rotation type of corner who's set to compete for a starting role, but your season doesn't fall apart without Artie Burns. But as you guys have seen across the National Football League, there have been a lot of injuries early on in training camps across the NFL, a lot of season-ending injuries, so you certainly hope that is not the case here. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens over the next couple of days and potentially weeks, but hopefully we know something soon. As soon as we know for sure how severe the injury is, we're going to update you here on Bears Now. What we also have is this sweet Bears Against the World t-shirt available for you guys for just $24.99. Go to the link below, chatsports.com/BearsWorld, chatsports.com/BearsWorld. We've been talking all offseason long how the national media is completely betting against the Bears. USA Today, they're going 3-13. Other outlets, 5-11. They're going to bring up the rear in the NFC North. And the Bears are having to fight against everybody out there, all the naysayers. So why not get one of these Bears t-shirts? It's the Bears Against the World, just $24.99. I'll put that link in the comments. I'll put it in the description. It's chatsports.com/BearsWorld, chatsports.com/BearsWorld. Look, I'm excited for the season. I hope you guys are too. Now, you look at this depth chart and how it kind of sits, and, obviously it's a little bit projected right now. Kyle Fuller's one of your outside guys. I'm pretty confident Buster Screen's one of the nickels. I'll keep Jaylon Johnson in there, but again, Artie Burns got the first crack at CB2 at the other outside role. The Bears defensive coaches have acknowledged, hey, rookies in particular are behind the 8 ball. That's Jaylon Johnson. He's also been dealing with the shoulder problem he had at Utah. That's not, quite 100% recovered. He's doing more and more every single day, but this is an open competition at cornerback number 2 role, and it's why Artie Burns, who's the most experienced player on the Chicago Bears defense at cornerback to take that role, why he was getting the first crack at those reps at cornerback number 2. You look at what he's done throughout his career. Yeah, last year, not great. 2018, not great either, but overall, Artie Burns at least has experience. 2016, 2017, 26 pass breakups, 4 interceptions. I don't know what happened the past couple of years in Pittsburgh, but he just wasn't quite the same guy. I think that's the reason why Artie Burns got those first reps, though, because he does have experience where a guy like Jaylon Johnson, a guy like Kevin Toliver, guys who are talented, but not exactly bring the experience that Artie Burns does. Hopefully the injury isn't too serious. We're hoping for the best, because overall, you don't want to lose guys to major injuries, especially this early on in training camp. Now, we've got a lot of videos planned for you guys here on Chicago Bears Now, so I want you guys to hit that subscribe button. We're going to have the latest rumors and news. We've got training camp coverage, just like what we're doing today. I need you to hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/Bears Now. That's the link. You can share it with a friend. I'll put it as the pinned comment on today's video. You hit that link, boom, you can subscribe to the channel. Closing in on 11,000 subs. We can only do it with your help, so I greatly appreciate it. I'll also ask you guys this question. Do you like this podcast style update? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know. If you do, we can do more of these. When news comes down quickly like this, sometimes we have a producer available, sometimes we don't. So I'm self-producing this thing today, podcast style, so I can get you guys the news as fast as possible. So cast your votes in the comments. please let us know so we can get a, kind of a bearing on whether or not we can do more of these in the future. So type Y for yes, type in for no. Go ahead and let me know if you are a fan of this in the comments section. But again, Artie Burns goes down with a left knee injury. We don't know the severity yet, so don't panic too much, but again, something worth monitoring over the next 24 to 48 hours, I would say, as we continue to progress in Bears training camp. Now, the next question that brings, and we kind of alluded to him earlier, it's time for someone to step up, right? Is that Jaylon Johnson? Is it the rookie out of Utah, a guy that they drafted to be that number 2 corner? He's got the shoulder issue that he comes in with. He's a rookie, hasn't had a true offseason, so it's going to take time for guys to get up to speed. So, the Bears have said he will get some first-team reps, but they've also said Kevin Toliver is going to get some first-team reps, a guy who flashed some talent but hasn't gotten a ton of playing time, hasn't, been able to get those opportunities because, they've had other guys on the team. They had Prince Amukamara before. He's no longer in the mix. That's why they're still trying to figure out who this number 2 corner is going to be. Long term, I still think it's going to be Jaylon Johnson. That's why I've got him penciled in there. We'll see who the week 1 starter is, but they drafted Johnson for a reason. He had a good, productive season at Utah. A couple of picks, 11 pass breakups, and a touchdown as well. I think he is the future at corner in Chicago, but as of now, it continues to be a competition. That competition perhaps got a little bit thinner now that Artie Burns has suffered this left knee injury. Hopefully it's not season-ending. When you think knee injury, a guy goes down, kind of start to think ACL. I'm not going to speculate that, but just keep in mind that these are the type of injuries that can happen when you get into a training camp situation. You've seen a lot of it over the past couple of days as training camps have gone on. So if Artie Burns' injury is serious, and we hope it's not, but if it is, who will start at cornerback number 2? I think it would be down to these two guys. Type JJ for Jaylon Johnson, type KT for Kevin Toliver, and think week 1, not long term, because I still think it's Johnson long term, but JJ for Johnson, KT for Toliver. Let me know who you guys think would be the week 1 starter at training camp, because looking like there's a good chance it won't be Artie Burns, who left with the injury today. I promise I'm going to keep you guys updated as soon as we know more. As of now, we don't know more. Matt Nagy said, hey, we just don't have enough information. We'll do some tests. We'll see what it's all telling us. I would assume he's going to get an MRI. I have not seen official word on that either, but typically that is a protocol there. So probably get an MRI, see what the knee looks like. Hopefully it's not too serious. A lot of season-ending injuries going on across the National Football League. But that's the update. Remember, let me know. Do you like this podcast-style update? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let us know. Maybe we can do more of these in the future. I'm signing off. Be a lookout on the channel for more videos in the coming days.